There are many reasons why people can struggle with weight loss, but to make it simple, those reasons are usually related to exercise, nutrition, emotional well-being, and genetics. Well, today I'm going to talk only about the fitness part, the exercise part when it comes to losing weight, and how you can do it better. You see, many people that think about losing weight through exercise think about going for a jog. They think about doing something like boot camp. They think about doing something intense. And while this does in fact burn calories, it's probably not the most effective way to burn calories. And let me explain why. Let's say you go for a jog and you do that 4, maybe 5 times a week. Hell, maybe some of you do it daily, but you do it only for 10 minutes. You know, it's an intense jog. And in those 10 minutes, I don't know, maybe you burn 70 calories, maybe 100 calories. And that's it. And in a week basis, that adds up to 700 calories. Neat. After that jog, you're probably burned up. You probably are not going to do anything next to that. Well, at least very little. Most of us, we are kinda done after that small little jog. Now, I can easily jog for 10 minutes, but that's me, that's not most people. 700 calories in a week. Maybe more, maybe less. 700 calories, okay, not too bad. Now how much do you burn by going for a walk for an hour? Something you can easily do every day. Shouldn't be demanding. And even after you've walked for that hour, you can still easily do a workout. I mean, I easily walk an hour every day. How much calories do you think that burns? Usually around 220 calories, 250 calories, around that much. Now that adds up to 1500 calories burned. No, wait, 1750 calories burned in a week. That's more than 1000 calories more than you would burn if you were going for that jog every day. Now it's true that calories add up, but this does not only go for calories in, this also goes for calories out. You would rather burn 1700 calories by just walking for an hour every day than burn 700, maybe 1000 calories every week by going for a jog. If you want to have good long-term results, you should be doing something that does not cause overexertion. You should be doing something that you can consistently do day in, day out, without it being a drain on you. Because if you are going to go for a jog, I can tell you this. Most people, even those that have a lot of willpower, after 2 months or so, most of them will be done. They will be done. They don't see the results that they want to get, and also it's just too much of a hassle. It's too intense, and honestly, how many people really enjoy jogging? Now walking is a different story. It's easy, it's peaceful, usually, and it's something that we should be able to do anyway. I mean, every person should be able to stand on his legs for at least an hour a day. Now, of course, don't overdo it, because there's definitely a negative health side to standing too much on your legs. But everyone can definitely go for a walk for up to 2 hours every day. That's 500 calories burned each day. Now that adds up to 3,500 calories burned every week. again, calories add up. So, but this is for people that have a lot of time on their hands, of course. I mean, not everyone is able to go for a walk for 2 hours every day. Maybe if you don't have any friends. I mean, it's kind of hard for me to go for a walk for longer than an hour. But I enjoy doing it. It's something that I just enjoy. Especially if you live close to nature, then it's nice. It's nice to be here. Most people do not have this option, of course. Now, you can also get on the bike. Cycling is a great way to lose weight because it usually does not have to be that intense. It is usually something that you can do for a few hours. Now, of course, you can train yourself to become an athlete that is able to jog for hours upon hours. But again, this takes a lot of willpower. Now, getting on the bicycle is kind of fun. It's not as you know, it's not the same as going for a jog. I mean, a jog is really, it causes exertion. It is usually really a drain on most people, physically and mentally. Now, while doing some jogging or even sprinting is great for building up cardio, it is great for becoming a more vital, functional human being, it is certainly not the best for long-term weight loss results. So then what is more effective for building up a more functional human body? Well, clearly it is going for a jog. However, don't be mistaken, because many of you will notice that if you are going to go for a walk for longer than an hour, some of you will not be able to do it without getting really sore. Many of us are accustomed to sitting all day long. And in nature, we would be able to walk for multiple hours a day. Because before farms came along, we would be on the move all the time. We would have to move, walk around, always just to find a good supply of food. So walking a few hours a day would not be out of question. So as a human being, you are supposed to be able to walk for a few hours a day. So clearly habitual training is very important for long-term results. But like I said, another big plus of this is that you can do this next to following an actual program for muscle results. Now, why is this a big and important part? Well, here's the thing. Let's say you have no experience with building up muscle, right? And you're only slightly overweight. You're just a beginner. In that first year that you are going to try to build muscle, it's very likely that you're going to build up maybe 20 pounds of pure muscle mass. That pushes your limits of your maintenance calories. It puts the bar higher for your maintenance calories, if you will. Meaning that regardless of what you eat and do on that day, you will burn more calories regardless. Those 20 pounds of muscle would otherwise be fat. This is a big difference. And let's say you keep this up for a few years. Let's say you build up muscle for a few years. Well, then you have an extra of 40 pounds of muscle on your frame that would otherwise be fat or would just not be there. So in other words, building a muscle burns fat to an extent. Now, usually, you know, there are some ideas floating around the internet that for every pound of muscle you have, you burn an extra 50 calories. And I don't think that this is true, but it is true that muscle burns up more fat than fat. What is interesting is that a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, he works out a lot, you know. He's not a newbie at this point. He has been working out for a few years. And he has a hard time losing weight. But the big difference between me and him is that I carry around a lot more muscle mass. He does have muscle mass, but I carry around a lot more. And what I consistently see is that people that just have more muscle mass they just have to eat more just to stay on the weight that they are. So they actually have a hard time to gain fat sometimes. It depends just on how much you do and how much you eat. Well, how much you weight lift. So, again, building up muscle is long term. Again, calories, they count up. But this goes for calories out as well. Not only calories in count up, calories out count up as well. So let's say that for every pound of extra muscle you build up, you would burn, let's say, 10 calories. Well, if you have an extra of 40 pounds of muscle, that means you have to burn up another 400 calories every single day without doing anything. Just to maintain that muscle mass. And that's almost 3,000 calories on a weekly basis. Combine that with going for a walk every day, or even 2 hours every day, well, you can do the math. Wait, let me do the math. I'm good at math. So, 2 hours a day of, let's see how quickly I have figured this out. What were the numbers that I used? So let's say you go for a walk. Okay, 2 hours every day is 3,500 calories a week. Next to having 2,800 calories. 2,800 calories plus is 6,300 calories. I don't know. If I got it wrong, then you correct me in the comments below. It's the equation is 3,500 calories plus 2,800 calories. Yes. Those are my best tips for weight loss. I thank you all for watching, and be sure to, well, like, subscribe, whatever. Bye bye.